The savanna has kept pastoralists in Kenya afloat for centuries. Here, man, pasture and cattle are deeply connected. John Olemoi is part of this historic cultural fabric. Just like his ancestors, he bestrides the plains in search of pasture and water. Lately, the man from Isinya, Kajiado County, is facing harsh challenges that are threatening his very existence. What used to be vast rangelands where cattle roamed and his ancestors partook in enchanting cultural exploits are now shrinking to this: real estate. Moi is a troubled man.
The
aftermath is a trail of acrid smell, pain, death, and misery. A new dawn is reshaping the fortunes of folks like Moi, awarding them a new lease of life and hope. In 2012, the European Union offered support to promote and strengthen enterprises and market systems in drought-prone azole areas of Kajiado, Narok and West Pokot counties. Now, the strategy is transforming the way pastoralists treat pasture, milk, meat and markets. The European Union then contracted German Agro-Action, SNV Netherlands Development Organisation, a Neighbours Initiative Alliance to roll out the empowerment project. SNV and German Agro-Action are international institutions with a long reputation of implementing life-changing development programs around the world and in Kenya. Jackson Nabala is the head of the project.
It's a market-oriented program which support communities to handle or to be more resilient to the effect of drought.
To understand the impact of this project, West Pokot County is a good starting point. This land is battered and under the clutches of perpetual drought. That's why cross-border movement from Kenya to Uganda to Kenya in search of pasture and water is commonplace and at a price.
Mwaka jana nilipata shida kubwa sana huko Uganda. Nilihamisha ng'ombe yangu huko. Kulikuwa ng'ombe mingi sana kwa kuko karibu yote.
Amaringole hails from Chepkobeg, a village just a few kilometers from Uganda. Chepkobeg abounds with fodder. When SNV and German Agro-Action landed here, members learned how to select the right seeds, the right planting season, conservation, harvesting, packaging and storage of hay. Now, this is a fruit of their labor. It is time to make hay. Hay ensures rise in milk production as much as taming the communal migration in search of pasture. The group members stream in ready to harvest. Philip Rwatakoru is a team leader. He takes charge and briefs members of the day's task.
Tutaanza kwa kukata, alafu kufunga, alafu tunaweka.
Then the team descends down to work. They may not have sophisticated harvesting machines, but sickles do just as well. Again, there is no machine for baling, but a wooden bale box comes in handy. After all, during the training, they learn to make use of locally available material. 3 strips of strings run across the width of the box. Then grass is stuffed inside bit by bit. When full, someone steps onto the grass to make it firm. The batch is tied and removed. It is a bale of hay ready for storage.
Naona sisi wenye tulipatika kupata nyasi hatutaama sababu tuko na nyasi tayari.
For women like Rebecca Abraham, being in the program has proved beneficial. In fact, she has even divested into poultry and goats.
Maziwa pia ikaongezeka sana kwa hii nyasi. Tunakamua na tunauza.
In Narok County, they are also planting and preserving hay. Japheth Olekisua is one such individual who's commercializing hay.
Sasa niko na ng'ombe 5. Kwa sababu natoa kama tuseme ni 40 liters. 40 liters. Tumeanza training. Tumepata hata ng'ombe inatoa lita 40. Sasa goal yangu ni kuhakikisha ng'ombe yangu moja inatoa 40 liters.
This is his 2 acres under bomber rods. Soon, he'll harvest and make hay. Hay is also emerging as a lucrative venture where farmers like Kisua and groups like Chepkobeg sell to other livestock keepers who have a shortfall.
The fodder component is to support livestock producers in the 3 counties to produce fodder.
To date, there are 54 fodder-producing groups in Kajiado, Narok and West Pokot counties, and the numbers are rising. Indeed, training and field visits were the hallmark of this reformist project. Take the example of this Enchula Women Association from Narok. This is December 2014. They have come to the Enkusero Fodder Group in Sultan Hamoud to learn about hay management, dairy keeping and cooperatives from their peers. Hay is rising in Aisol, and now producers are restocking. They are also fattening their steers to get premium prices at the market. Milk production has also improved significantly. Dawn at Orinie village in Kajiado County. It's milking hour, and Naituta Sane does what she knows and likes best. Naituta can now sell her milk through a cooperative society. When she first encountered SNV and German Agro Action, she was taught about cooperatives and their benefits. Besides, she learnt about appropriate animal husbandry, including the right breed for milk. She joined the movement that is now sweeping across Aisol. Bisil in Kajiado is a bustling township. It is also home to the Emparanat Farmers Dairy Cooperative Society. And since this project began, there are 6 cooperative societies with about 3,000 members across the 3 counties. Emparanat is busy this morning. Jane Tipira is a clerk here charged with receiving, testing and dispatching the milk.
Tuna test kama iko na maji tukitumia lactometer.
The cooperative receives about 2,000 liters of milk every day.
Tuko na kampuni ya Brookside, tunawapatia maziwa mingi na tunauza locally to individuals na tunauzia hoteli na tunauza pia kwa mashule kama Kajiado High School.
Besides, these cooperatives are also installing coolers, something that was unheard of before. Faith Kikulei is a producer and a member of the board at Emparanat.
Tumekuja tukapata faida kwa sababu benefits zote zinaturudia sisi kama wakulima.
Tuliweza kuweka maziwa yetu ikakuwa mingi, ikakuwa gharama ya kufanya kusafirisha ikakuwa rahisi, tukaweza kupata soko, pia bei ya maziwa at least ikakuja juu kidogo.
This is a world of Catherine Towet. 3 years ago at this hour she would be herding in the meadows, but now she can feed them and milk from this point. Farmers are changing their breed to pedigree ones. Motoni too is a world of Esther Tuya. This is her zero grazing unit that she built after the capacity building. Esther is an emblem of the changing times.
Sasa watoto wetu imesoma, tumepata pesa, tumekuwa kama watu wengine.
This is NLRI Women Dairy Society. Just within 3 years, NLRI has become a hub of milk. Richard Langat is a CEO of the dairy.
We are buying milk from farmers, we bulk it and then we sell it to the processor. We are doing that because we were looking for better prices.
The society has come in handy for women like Nancy Tangus here.
Nimenunua ng'ombe ya maziwa, hata nimekusaidia kwa shule, kwa mtoto kwa school fees.
But she's not alone.
Ninakuja kuuza maziwa, ninapata pesa, ninaenda kuweka school fees ya watoto, alafu ile zimebaki ni ya nyumbani.
This is Kiserian Township in Kajiado County, just 30 kilometers from the capital. Think Kiserian, think cattle and meat. Monica Muthemba is a supervisor and a director at Kekonyokie. She goes round the market to inspect the cattle to ensure that only quality goes to the slaughterhouse. And so, what has a slaughterhouse benefited from this program?
They have helped us in training. Doing the training of which we come and put into practice. You become very competent in the work. They also organize like trips. These trips helps people to do some benchmarking. If you go out there, you do the benchmarking, you learn a lot.
The group buys the cattle direct from pastoralists, processes the meat and gets it directly to butchers and other outlets like hotels. Isaac Nemuta is a manager here and also a member of Mifugo Trade, an online marketing platform for auctioning cattle on behalf of producers.
Tunajaribu kuhamasisha wale wafugaji ili wapate kukuza nyasi na kujaribu kuhifadhi, ndiposa hata wakati wa kiangazi kama wakati huu wanaweza kuwa na malisho.
Through this initiative, 3 market access companies have so far been created in the 3 counties. The companies are Kapenguria in West Pokot, which has 26 members, Kekonyokie Slaughterhouse in Kajiado with 16 members, and Narok Traders Cooperative with 128 members.
They have helped us in making our business plan, of which if you don't have a plan, there is no way you are going to work.
And after all these efforts of designing and implementing the blueprint, what is the take of the implementers? Today, the team is meeting in Nakuru to review the project. The workshop brings together actors from government, private sector, and the NGO world. Frida Gasheri is a market access advisor for SNV.
I'm very excited that this took place today because it was like a recollection of thoughts and a review by the peers, the county government officials, ASDSP, and we are able to recollect our thoughts and ask ourselves if we are on the right track.
And Nabala is charmed.
Putting all the mechanism in place as proof that a world without anger is indeed possible.
Indeed, if you remember Esther, Nora, Naituta and others, you'll understand why change is happening in the ASL, one bill, one cooperative, one market at a time. And for folks like Moi, he can now face the future with confidence.